Hello, hello. Maybe I'll switch these around. Oh, if I don't hear me through that one. Turn that down. I suppose it's a work day for a lot of people in the States. Most people in Australia will be in bed, but I thought, why not? Oi. What's that? Teriyaki Moto. What should I set up? Put that like that. How you doing, mate? We'll see how this one goes. I did 2 last night, but they went a bit. How's it going? Living the dream, brother. Got a long weekend, so pretty cool. If you can do that on this one. Well, you can put a little bit of put a compressor on there. That's pretty cool. Put some compression on. Might put some EQ on it. Put a bit more low end in the voice. Double Dragon, what's up, brother? Let's have a listen to the. Let's go. Let's see what it sounds like without it. Is it making a difference? Yeah, not too bad. Crank up that low end, why not? Compressor. Cool. Awesome. Awesome here, Double Dragon. And what improvements are you seeing? What have you been working on the most? I think with most of my stuff, it's going to be all about the tremolo picking. Could probably light up a plug-in. We'll see what it sounds like. I should get me get my AirPods just so I can hear what it sounds like. What's up, Jarris Law? Oh, thanks for the sub to Patreon, brother. Yarn. I'm going to say it's pronounced like that, Yarn. Well, Jaroslaw is from Poland. Thanks, brother. Yeah, you want it? Got the member right there. We'll hear what this is going to sound like with the AirPods. Going to hear what this sounds like coming back through, and then I'll probably light up some riffs. We'll see what it's like coming back through. Jarro. Oh, it's back on again. Well, I've got it on my phone now, so it did that before to me last night. Kept dropping in and out. And I can see it here, it's like chat disconnected, please wait while we try to connect, and then it's spinning, and if it drops, it drops. And it must look weird when people are watching and then they're just like, what happened? You'll see it'll start if it paused or something just before, but that's all good. At least now I'm in the chat there, so if it does. 12 to 24 hours. Oh, you missed a little bit, but not too much. We're going to keep this one a bit more positive, a bit more chilled. Hear what this sounds like coming through. I'll put a bit of my favourite stuff on. Don't know if he's used this stuff. Fast Fret, the best stuff ever. I've got a newer tube. These were some newer strings, but not too much. Tried to do some live streams. I had a couple of different people jumping in. But like I said, we'll keep it a bit more chilled on this one. That was my last live stream. I got accused of using Indian like bots to try. That's how I got to 13,000 subscribers. Because they're like, I've only got 8 people on this live stream, and they're like, why don't you have more people watching if you got 13,000 subscribers? I'm like, whatever. What does that sound like coming back? Might go a little bit more on the mids on that. See if this makes a difference. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll take that. So I've got the live stream on my phone right here, and then I just use my AirPods to listen back, monitor the levels. There you go. Using this one now, we're using that plugin, the Soldano. Might have to bring up my other one I was doing too. Little other one I was having fun with. If you know, let me know in the comments if you know about this one. What are you talking about? Every now and then you might see a pop-up of Sassy Sasquatch. It's only like, it's 5:51 a.m. on a Saturday right now in Australia. I woke up at like 4:30 and I didn't get off here last night till about 11, so maybe I've had about 5 hours sleep, 4.5 hours. But that's all good. We'll see how long I last for, and then I'll crash and burn. I'll probably go have another nap because it's Saturday and I can. from Wales. That's awesome here, Shred Squad. Thanks for leaving a comment, brother. Glad the videos have helped. Always encourages me to keep going. Keep making these vids. How's it going from Western Sydney, Australia, mate? Yeah, never been over to Wales. No, the Welsh are pretty proud. Because you don't really like to be say you're part of the you're not in the UK. Very interesting over there. But I'm sure you're sort of like mixed in between like English, Irish and Scottish and the Welsh. So I've never been there, but that's where, not Wales, but like from Scotland, Ireland and England. Pretty much my family is from there. Also on my mum's side, I've also got French and Italian. Blood mixed in there too, but from my last name. It's either Irish, Scottish, but we did come from England, so when we left 5 generations ago, we're living in, so would it be like great or something? Would that be? 4 greats, probably. Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, I knew someone was Welsh and they're like, yeah, don't say we're part of the UK, bro. We're like our own separate thing, mate. Pretty proud. So, yeah. I'm all up on the international diplomacy. Oh, that's a different one. What's it called? Anyway. And that's always hard for people to catch the live stream. Like I said, majority of my viewers come from the States and they're, yeah, they'd be at work right now. Friday, going to work to pay their bills. And I'll always get comments later, they're like, oh damn, I missed your live stream, so. That's all good. Thought why not, each time I tick past that 1,000 extra members, then it's cool just to, yeah, pretty much get on here and just say thank you once again for last 2 years of support. And it's definitely a journey. You know, I've put out so many videos, and then you start to think, you know, what else can you talk about? Because all I'll do, you know, you just randomly come up with some different patterns. It's almost what you're feeling on the day. We'll put on, get the chug preset, and then I'll get from Poland. That's awesome here, brother. We've got Wales and Poland helping people write riffs. Love to hear it, mate. Yeah, that's been probably one of the most enjoyable things, like getting people leaving comments like that saying what I've done has helped them. Doesn't get much better than that, I'll tell you. That I'm making an impact on people's lives and, yeah, helping you connect with the guitar more and just coming up with riffs and having fun and feeling like you're making some breakthroughs. And it's good I can be part of that journey. Turn that one down. I'm gonna grab my... That's, yeah, winter in Australia right now, so let me put something on my feet. Yeah, when I think about Poland, I think about Vader. Pretty sure they're from Poland. Vader, they're awesome. Absolute legends. No, awesome to hear, Shred Squad. So, good you're talking about that, because I just set up a drum track now. So one of my favourite things to do is I'm using Superior Drummer, and I'll show you this one. So this is like a drum program, and you get all these MIDI packs, and these, like, one of my favourite ones is this one with the ride to this one here, right? And plug-in too, it's got the freaking doubler on it. I like it. It sounds weird. I might hear what that sounds like too if I put the gate up a bit more. Put the headphones on, we'll hear what this sounds like. So I can get a mix of what we're getting here. That. Righto. Desktop audio as well. was all over the place. That was sounding messed up. Yeah, cool. Lucky I checked that one for the live stream, because what that was doing was playing the drums through the desktop audio. It was doing the drums like straight direct through that. I wonder if it's doing the audio. I can go direct with it, but we'll just use the room mic for now. So let me have another listen to that. And then that was out of sync and out of time. So I was doing like, the mic is out of sync with the desktop audio. I'll try that again. Yeah, not too bad. I'll say that. We'll take that one. So yeah, go on that comment about the tremolo picking. So what I like to do a lot with, it's a very simple thing. You can get you know, double kick pattern. I do have some on my channel, and there's a lot out there, a lot of drum things, but anything with some double kicks going. And that's just starting off at 120. So if you are beginning and you want to get used to that, you want to, even if you're just palm muting, this is in D standard, so that low D, and you've just got that bass rolling. Yeah, just doing that, locking in, trying to get close with the 16th notes. I'm using that 0.8. I might get a thicker pick. So as I bring up the tempo, what else we got here? Yeah, I'll try one of them. Got a bigger ones. So as we come up in the tempo, we want to, yeah, just keep trying to lock in, and then you'll start off 120. We'll go up to like, just go straight to 159, and you have a go at that. You get that rolling, that's like 159. Just starting to get into the flow of that one. And just keep trying to increase it. And then mix up with the about 190 for down picking is about my limit. 190, bit higher probably for the gallops. And then I feel that the down picking can sort of sound tight, but I'll struggle at probably like 200. But the gallops tend to struggle a little bit. But now I'll crack it up to like 190, 191. You can see I've just got this thing here and you just keep increasing the tempo. Same pattern, just keep looping it over. So you got just a nice double kick to lock in with. You light that up. Oops, wrong one. That one. And what you're going to do is, just to get locked in to start with, you're going to get that. yeah, that's like 190, and I like to go between just having fun, like going half time on it with the different types of riffs, going into the tremolo picking, into gallops, trying to. You can hear when it's locking in and when it's not, and you're trying to get it as tight as you can. I was trying to get that riff. I think I like that gallop about that 190 because when you try, I definitely will struggle at like 200. So if I go to like 200, we'll go even like 213. So you can see that. Down here, 213. Now if I try to do the gallop at that tempo, it's sort of... Not only am I probably going to struggle to play that fast, it just doesn't seem to have that sort of groove and flow to it. See? See, I definitely suck trying to get it at that speed, but it definitely doesn't feel like it's gonna fit. At that, the faster I get, what I'm gonna do is mix it with tremolo picking, and just some open chords type of thing. So I'll focus more on my tremolo picking than the faster we get. So even if I went to like 220, we'll go 223. That's like 223. So we're going to get that going and try lock in June your 16th note tremolo picking at this tempo. NAND player or Neural Nano? NAND player or Neural Nano? I think that I wouldn't get the dime head. I think it's pretty crap, to tell you the truth. It's just a solid state, cheap head that's they're slapping Dime's name on just so they can try and make some cash out of it. NAND player. That's the open source. Is it a capture device or just a capture player? I think it is the net. Not too bad, depending on how well it gets supported going. What they're going forward. Neural Nano. I do like Neural. They seem to be probably a better like interface. So Neural are very good with the software that you use. So they've probably got an app. I'm pretty sure. I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, both either the NAND player or the Neural, because the NAND player is like an open source. The interface isn't going to be as good. I could see it was using like an older LED screen. Pretty sure the Neural Nano. Yeah, be one of those. One of those ones. I'm just going to go. I'll slap on a track because I'm going to go to the bathroom. So, let's light up. This one's going to get loud. So whatever, if you got headphones on, just turn it down a bit. I'm going to light up one of my tracks now. Some shameless self-promotion, why not? Check this one out. We'll save that track. I don't know why they've spun him around. It's got Finnis at number 3 when it should be number 4. Very strange. Why they've been moved around. But yeah, that's some of the tracks from the EP. No PC editor, so it's just on a phone. Yeah. Man, they're all this gear's good. Like just before when I was just riffing out, that was my that was the Neural DSP Soldano. So really at the end of the day, like they're for people who are playing live, and I don't play live. So so harmonies I'll do like fourths, sometimes thirds, sometimes I'll stack them up and do I'll do a fourth with an octave. That's another thing I like to do. Yeah, that harmonies, I've got harmonies going all over the place. So fourths, octaves, yeah, things like that. Sometimes thirds, if I wanted to sound even more messed up. But the basic, and sometimes I don't even really know the theory with it all. I just basically play directly under what I'm playing. So I just move down a set of strings, and I think that's fourths. So I'll do that. And when I do leads, I'll do octaves a lot. But yeah, I'll just basically, if I was to take, so I have a riff. I think it was Portals. I've got to remember. Turn it down a bit there. So straight, if I have a riff going, I'll go straight underneath it. No, I'll fifths sometimes. Not sevenths, but fifths, because what I'll do, I'll use fifths if I have a, say it's like a power chord riff and I want it to be clean. So say I'm just something like, you know, unless I want that sort of sludgy sound, what I'll do is I'll play it. And then I'll find, you know, and you're playing it there. And then it'll sound like I'm doing that riff really clean and fast. That's the lead setting, so the delay makes it sound a little bit too sloppy. Go to it without no. Every time I switch to it, it puts on doubles. So I'll go straight to that. fifths and fourths, thirds. Sometimes I'll even throw in a note. I'm not even really sticking to exact scales or exact proper theory. Like, I might throw in just any, like a second or whatever. I'll basically just use my ears and just be like, if I like the sound of it, maybe I want a note that really clashes, just one in there to make you think that shouldn't be there. If you know when you, so you have everything else locking in, playing fourths or fifths, and you might put a second or something in there just, and I'm not going by theory thinking I should put a second. I just basically will, there's only so many notes you can grab because there is only 12 notes, which whatever you're playing and you're going through different pitches, you're still only playing 12 notes. So it doesn't take too long to figure out whether you like the sound of it or not, and you just play it, record it, have a listen, you're like, yeah, it sounds cool. Or you don't like it, you do like it. But sometimes I want that, a note that shouldn't go or shouldn't ring theoretically, not sticking within scale. It's like someone just before I ended the stream last night, they're like, do a drop D riff in using the D minor scale. Now, you know, and I don't really use the minor scale like that because it's got that one, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That 7 is there of the minor scale. I always prefer the harmonic minor with that. And that's something I won't really do either, is always be like, well, I've got to stay in a scale and use a harmonic minor and be like, now that 8th fret note is not in the harmonic minor scale. So if you're going to just stick to theory and try and write something using the harmonic minor scale, you wouldn't put that note in there, would you? You'd be stuck on. But maybe I won't. So it's like a raised fourth, and I'm sure there's some proper theory thing for that, but from what the theory I do know, if you're just playing that part and then that sounds cool to me still. You know, whatever you got, like, so a lot of it, you just use your ears because, man, I'm not the greatest at theory and even explaining it, but like I've said in one of my, the latest video I did, I talked about there's only 12 notes. That's it. And all of music. You know? And then once a scale repeats in 2 octaves, if you have the harmonic minor, my favorite, that's the repeating note, the octave. That's the second octave of the harmonic minor scale. They're all the same notes except an octave higher. So they're the same notes. It's up to you, you know. But people sort of go, oh, there's more to it than that, but there isn't. It's just how do you then jump between the octaves? And once you start hearing it, that if you've got your low D, that's the octave right there. So if you've got... That's the same notes, just I'm doing the octave of it. So, yeah, when I'm doing power chord, you could do that. Yeah, power chord with the low, that extra note in there. Like, and I don't even need to know theory to know that, that's, I just call that the 4-note power chord, because you're doing like a power chord with your 3 notes, and then you just drop in that extra bass string. So if you're doing it off the 5th string, you drop in that low one just to make it sound fatter. You could do the classic with the 4ths, where you're doing the... So yeah, you can do whatever. And another thing people, I think with guitar, once again, all depend on what your approach is. If you're doing like more like a melodic thing approach, then obviously structure and scales and chords. If you're doing like what that stuff be even called, like power metal, then definitely theory is going to be a huge component of that, because they very much stay within the confines. This, though a lot of people, they'll use like a piece, some type of orchestrated piece, and everything's locking in together, and they'll have like a female singer doing like an opera style or whatever. Obviously that style you're going to need a proper musical theoretical approach. If you're one of these bands and you're going to have like an orchestra, yeah. But a lot of people, man, who are just self-taught, they'll just get someone else to do the charts. If you're in that big a band, but now we're talking about having a lot of cash to do that. But there's a lot of self-taught guitar players who just know enough. Yeah, I know about that. That's what happened. This could drop out. I had that happen last night with the internet just completely dropped out. But hey, at the end of the day, what time are we going for now? So I'll probably just go for another 10 minutes and then I'm going to jump off here. That's not a bad little effort. Over an hour. That's enough riffing, I reckon. But once again, these all I've done with my channel is just showing my approach. Definitely not very rooted in theory, I would say. A little bit, but a lot more just using my ears and what I like the sound of. Rhythms also, one thing I always see discussed and people who have good knowledge about, they're always talking about scales and all of this and how to approach guitar from a scale perspective. And one thing I don't ever really get to see discussed enough is rhythm. It's probably I think it's more important than everything, because that's like when I've said the last one, you can grab any note. If you do it with a strong rhythm, then it's gonna sound. There's something about that, like approaching it like you're a drummer and you got a rhythm that you have what's happening, like gallops or something, and having like Or just tremolo pick into that groove like. I probably want that one. And that's where I mean, like, if you've got a groove happening, you can grab almost. They shouldn't work, but sometimes you want. That's the corn style. Once again, like, because especially like the electric guitar and how notes, you want it to sound messed up. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It all depends what style you're sort of going for. Then power chords, how many different ways can you play a power chord? Like I said, you can add in the lower note, you can turn straight into the octave dyad, which I always call them octave chords. And once again, there is literally only 12 notes. So if you were to do... There's the scale. There we go, the major's there. That's your major scale, the octave. See, I've got to search that out and be like, how do you play the major scale in different positions? Which, hey, definitely would help if you know that. And that's probably what's good about knowing all your scales and things all over the neck, because, you know, you can then start mapping things out. Now if you play something here, you can play the same pattern up here. But I never used the major scale, so trying to like go, oh, here's the major scale in the octave position, then it doesn't, you know, I never play it, so why would I know it? That means you're the number one commenter on this. Whoever comments the most. It's a new thing YouTube's put in. So it's whoever is the most, who's interacting is the number one. You're the king of the comments. You've left the most. Followed by Shred Squad. That's all that means. But I'd say too, like if you're going to do like a real shred approach, then knowing how all these sort of things work, because that's why when you're doing runs where it's like 3-note runs where you've got... And see, a lot of and it's a slow, probably it's a harder way of approaching the guitar, 100%. But I just sort of know what I like the sound of, and instead of everything being laid out, it's very backwards way of approaching the instrument. I'll agree, right? That I just sort of sound out notes. If I'm like in E or D. I'll just play the notes and see what I like the sound of. now see that note? Or do I want to go? You sort of, I can hear when I like it or don't, depending on what I'm trying to create. So yeah, it's definitely a backwards, slow way of trying to approach the guitar. So, and they call it, all the really good guys understand modes, which just, all modes mean is like, it's every scale has like, my basic understanding of it. It's the language of why a scale is a scale. So tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Like they'll say diminished is whole half, whole half, whole half. Or that might just be the whole half scale, which just means when you're looking at it, like 2 frets is a whole tone, 1 fret is a half. And there's a scale goes like that. So I was like, like that. So that is handy to know for sure. If you know that, what is the formula for a harmonic minor scale? What is a formula for the natural minor scale? And then you can then see that when you go to play something. So if you see the natural minor, then you'll see that it's like, and the only reason we play it, like, it's an easier position than moving up the neck. But you can play it that way, and why would you play it that way and not just... Because you might want to use, you know, octave shape. That's, you know, and you might want to do a legato run running up. Or 4 note. Find the octave. That's the, you know, minor scale right there, and finding out the notes of that, and knowing that it's got... So even doing the first 4 notes, it's a tone, a semitone, a tone. Then you're going to, from that 12th fret, you're going to go, which is tone, semitone, and then the tone. Resolution on the octave. Because that one there, which is 15, 17, 19, is the octave of the E. Or that would be, yeah, it is, yeah, 19th fret. But instead of sliding up to the 19th fret, you just go... That's the reason why it's about the not having to jump all over the neck, but maybe you want to slide up to it. that's one advantage of moving this way up the neck. Now you can do slides. So yeah, it helps you with runs like that. I never normally wouldn't do that like a 4-note legato, but you can do it. And that's where the shred masters, they'll just like jump in and out of those things. So I would say it definitely is going to help you understand the fretboard if you approach it from that theory. I'm probably just being too lazy and just don't really retain that information. And I like just it's definitely it's a lazy approach. I don't mind saying it. But yeah, and I would always recommend people like to learn the basics of, where the notes are on a fretboard, that everything keeps repeating and that there is only 12 notes. Because I think of everything in E instead of moving around. So if we took this as being, or if we do D, we've got D, or even without it, we've got D, open, first fret's D sharp, then we've got the E. Between E and F, there's no sharps and flats, so it's E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, between B and C, no sharps and flats, C sharp, D. Starts all over again. If we went from the 7th fret, it's the same thing. That's D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D. That's it. Then we go to the octave. So the octave. The octave. Octave. "22 frets, we don't have 2 octaves." But that's why a lot of, like, on 22 frets, people for the resolution, the octave, they're bending to the resolution note. That's why it sounds like it's complete, like the run's complete if they go from... Because they're bending to that resolution of the... That's why it sounds right. Because on that last... See if, like, I finish on the 6th note of the scale, or the 7th note, sorry, If I finish on the 7th note of the harmonic minor, and stop it there, what does it make you feel? Or the 7th note of the natural minor. I'll just leave it like that. Doesn't sound right, does it? It's like, what are you doing? You're like, finish and go. You want it resolved. And we can discuss why is it because of you've heard so many songs that have used resolution as part of the songwriting tool? There's something in that, where even if I use a major scale. I'll just stop there. Leave it there. You're like, majority of people, to them that seems unfinished. I'll stop on that one. You're like, why did you stop there? That didn't sound right. And then even by simply playing that note after I've stopped, you're like, yeah, there's that note. Why is it that you want resolution? And that's all. It's just a tool that's being used over and over and over again. So, but in our minds, wanting resolution means you can mess with people's minds by not giving them resolution, which will then create tension. That's a tool that you can use. That you're like, okay, instead of resolving, if I'm in D, I can stop anywhere. But you, once again, you want that. We're being conditioned to want it for just all the music we've listened to. And then once you learn all those gaps, you know, and you've realised that where the major scale is or the minor is, that's your natural minor, harmonic minor, harmonic minor, major. That's your major scale. So they're just gaps in between, but it's only 12 notes. Once again, like I swear, once you look at it like that, then it's a matter of knowing that where can you find those 12 notes and how can you link two octaves together. Once you get a comprehension of that, then it all comes down to how you got to start working on coordination now. It's good you know all this theory, but do you put in the work? And I'm just like all of you guys, like, you know, when it comes to shredding, I'm not the greatest. When it comes to a lot of things, you know, that's why it amazed me. You know how well the channel's done. Like I've just hit 1 million views on the channel. That was another thing after this 2 years. It's been like 2 years and 1 month. Hit 13,000 subscribers and 1 million views. So, yeah. And it's quite amazing, isn't it, that everything you ever heard is just a rearranging of 12 notes and different pitches and stacking notes, those 12 notes on top of each other. That's like all the music you've ever heard in your life is only 12 notes. When you look at it like that, it just breaks it all down to how simple it really is. And you can look at, you know, start looking at key signatures and all of this type of stuff. But that's more if you're going to start reading sheet music, if you're going to be in like jazz ensembles and more that type of music, then yeah, having theory and knowing how to read sheet music's going to help. But I wouldn't say a lot of people who start off playing metal are getting into it because of that. It's more of an aggression and an attitude, I would say. That, you know, how many cool riffs have been written just with some chugs and no theory? They just knew it sounded good. There was a rhythmic approach. And I'll finish it off because I'm going to jump off here now, just saying that not enough from all the players I've taught and all the people I've seen with the comments. One thing I don't see discussed enough with guitar is rhythm. You know, everyone is so hyper focused on scales and theory with notes, but so little people I see even thinking about or discussing, like talking. They're always like, what scale is that? They're not like, are you doing 16th notes? Are you doing triplets? Are you doing 8th notes with a blast of 16th notes? What's going on there? I've never have that comment. No one's thinking about 16th notes and triplets. How to fit 12 eighth notes into a 4x4 bar. How do you fit 12 8 notes in there? Everyone's like, what was that scale? Have you got tabs for that thing you played? I want to use that exact thing right there. Where's the rhythm? And I swear I think it's a lot easier, you know? But everyone, this is just me, how I approach the guitar. And from all the comments earlier in the stream, people said how much my channel's helped them write riffs and my approach to it. This is just my approach I'm putting out into the world. If you like it, you like it. If not, you don't. It's up to you at the end of the day. You get to decide. There is no rules in any of this. Is there rules for life? Maybe. But now we're going to we're not even going down that rabbit hole. So, hey, I'll just say thank you for your support. Thanks for dropping in and checking out the live stream. Thanks for helping us get to 13,000 subscribers. And it's definitely the 2 years and how many videos I put out's a milestone. And I'll just keep rearranging those 12 notes and using rhythmic grooves. Oh, there's nothing without rhythm. You can have all the harmonically correct positions. Without rhythm, what is there? Nothing. You know, it's powerful. It's been powerful since you can hear it. Melody, I would say, notes and scales they're more emotional. Rhythm is aggressive. You know, whenever you're talking about people like some war chant or something, there's always like, even like, yeah, even like the haka starts with that. It's got that beat to it. Like everything's got the beat, you know. If they're like paddling on those boats and they want to keep in time and there's an aggression. And it's like some of the best riffs you heard that's the drums. Like, let's be real, and especially and another thing, you know, like, is death metal as going over that, you know, became death metal strictly because of what the guitar did? Or would you say the way they revolutionized playing and recording the drums is what made death metal even more death metal? It was those crazy pioneer drummers. blast beats, double kicks, D beats, all that sort of stuff. That was what changed this stuff up. Instead of that, you know, the classic thrash metal. It was the double kicks, man, and the blast beats and all that sort of stuff changed it. And then we can look at the way they were singing or screaming. Then it got growls. Then the content. But through all of that, the riffs, you know, you could take some early Slayer riffs and some of Slayer's fast things, right? Dude, like your Suffocation style, we use that as an example, drumming. Yeah, you can take all of that sort of stuff, and it's what happened, brother. Hobbiter. It's all good, mate. I said what I had to say. I'm not. It's all good. Doesn't take too much, mate. It's all good. I don't mind calling out bullshit and getting more comfortable with just being who I am to the world. It's what I am, man. But it doesn't take too much on me, man. I've been I've been through a lot worse than people leaving comments in a digital space, man. And I might say here, you know, real violence is more of a concern out there than actual just people using words on an internet. So if people want to talk crap, they can talk crap, and yeah, it's all good. I've just got, yeah, not everyone's going to be happy with your success at the end of the day. And people are entitled to their opinions, so yeah, it's all good, man. And people are going to try to bring you down. And that's, yeah. You saw the person leaving the comments, but I'll leave it at that, man. It's no big deal. It's a new day, and that's totally cool, man. I'm happy with, yeah. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing at the end of the day. I enjoy interacting with my community. I enjoy helping people out with what I know and how I approach guitar. And even if I just get one person that's helping, like I'm going to be talking to someone after I get off this one. I'm going to be helping someone with some lessons and just my approach. And there's the live stream started off with that, was people thanking me, saying thanks for your videos. You know, they've helped me writing riffs, they've helped me with my guitar playing. I've got so many people have reached out to me, and that's what's important. People can talk all the crap they want, man, but it's going to happen as the channel grows, as I get more support. That's going to be, it's part of the territory. And I'm all for it. In Bangladesh, that'd be a trip, eh? I'll have to come visit you one day, mate. As they would say, God willing. That'd be a trip, wouldn't it? Bit of a holiday. Never been to Bangladesh. Not even too sure where it is. Is that like, sounds like it's near India, somewhere. India or Pakistan, in that region. Near the Himalayas or something. Bangladesh. Sounds like it's on that continent. I've heard of Bangladesh, so... Is it like near Nepal? Somewhere near Nepal or India or something like that. Or Pakistan. I reckon it'd be up the top near the Himalayas or something. Beside India. There you go. Yeah, that's a yeah. I've got a friend from India who's a Sikh, and he's he's pretty much warned me. I might have to hook up with him one time. We'll have to go because he's Sikh Indian, and yeah, he's pretty much warned me about India. He's like, be careful there, because I'll stand out, and yeah, not very safe in some parts of the world. Come to Wales. Wales, I could definitely I'd fit in Wales, I reckon, because of our we're very similar people from that area. That's my homeland. That whole just even though it's not the UK, but I think people from England and Scotland and Ireland were all travelling around. That's our place. Like that's where my bloodline comes from. Just like everyone else can be proud to be from Africa or proud to be from China, and Japanese can be proud, then yeah, I'm a European or a white European, Anglo from that area. That's our homeland. At the end of the day, that's where we're indigenous to, and nothing wrong with that. That's not to say that other people can't live there, but our history is runs deep there. The rugby. We'll smash you, bro. You know Aussies are gonna mess you up, brother. But I couldn't be part of that. I suck at. I'd get destroyed. I'm way too old, man. I never played rugby, or we play league here, or the Aussie rules. Yeah, I'd get messed up, but it's all good. But yeah, that's. I'd love to go there one day. Go to Wales. Sorry, Hybrido, about Yeah, I'll check them out, bro. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. Send me some stuff on through Instagram. I'll check it out, bro. That would be yeah. I do like how like yeah, it's such a worldwide phenomenon. But I haven't heard of those Bangladeshi bands, so I'll check them out. I love like the Indonesians go hard. I'll tell you. There's some of the Indonesian extreme music, man. They're on something different in Indonesia, I'll tell you. They're like, mate, I wish one of them would bloody. I'd love to get some of them because that's the guy who did the artwork for the EPs from Indonesia. Man, there's some talented people over there, and they're into their extreme. Like some of the drummers from there, bro. Damn, I might have to move to Indonesia and do some in my old for my retirement, eh? Running out of time. I'm not getting any younger. So, but anyway, we had a couple people drop in. We got 20 likes. Or 20 people that dropped in. Most of the Americans are. I got my regulars who pop in, but hey, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for leaving comments. Thanks for being on this journey. And I got more to come. I'll just keep inspiring people. That's what I think moving forward with the channel and ideas I have, and that people saying that my videos have helped them. And I'll just keep sharing that, my love and passion and motivation for this style of playing guitar, and just awesome distortion and riffs. And yeah, I got to make a video. I keep getting, there's a couple of comments I got about how do I get the tones. But that's, oh, I don't know where to start with that because there's so much different types of gear, and when I try to answer that question, I'm like, how do I approach it? Do you want me to talk about it from a tube head perspective into a cabinet with pedals? But I don't want people to think you have to buy this gear to sound that way. They all sound pretty awesome. Um, yeah, it's just a decent, just using your ears, man. I think anyone should just experiment and have fun with it at the end of the day. And just twist knobs, and you'll get to a point where you're like, I like the sound of that, I don't like the sound of it. Just turn things and see what happens. Like, I pretty much what I did, and then I probably was part of forums, and they were talking about tube screamers, and then I was like, so what's a tube screamer? What are they doing there? Then I put like an EQ pedal in the loop. It's pretty much a good high gain tone, and now we've got so many options. It's crazy, but I could keep going and going about this. But yeah, it's to type it all out and say, this is what I'm doing, because I did it through my DAW, and I'm using Genome, I'm using IRs, I'm using all this technology. It's all awesome, man. We're living in, some people want to be the misery of this modern age, but I think it's awesome, to tell you the truth. And yeah, I wish I had hundreds of years to just keep experience the evolution of what we're doing. You can focus on how bad humans are. I've been even thinking about starting a channel about that. Just yeah, the online world and how much people talk crap, and I think I got a little knack for this. I think Taj just sent me some stuff on Instagram. But yeah, have a great day. Go and play some guitar for us. I'll leave you with that, eh? And I'm going to jump off here now. So, yeah, thanks for supporting the journey. Let's keep going. See you at, maybe my next live stream might be 14,000. If those Indian bots can hook me up with some more subs. Something's not mathing. Remember that one, Hybrider? I think you saw that one. But yeah, I'm not even going to. It is what it is, man. We'll leave it there. I'll sign off. And thanks for all your support, man. And thanks for yeah, supporting this journey and encouraging me as much as I've encouraged you guys to play riffs and enjoy the art of playing guitar. You guys have pushed me as a player and made me a better player, and it's been a cool experience. And yeah, get on it. I even reckon start a YouTube channel. Share what you know in your journey and your passion, because we're a worldwide metal community. We've got Wales, we've had Poland in here, we've got Bangladesh. You know, it's awesome. It's totally awesome. The way you can connect with the world. And hey, I don't need hundreds of people on my live stream, as someone was like, oh, trying to insult me. But I'm not even going to go down that path anymore, man. It's the fact of only there's 3 people now watching. Hey, that's still 3 beautiful people, 3 souls, 3 people that are giving me their time right now. Like, I don't take any days for granted. I don't take any of you guys for granted. And if I get 100 people or 1,000 people watching this, or 3, or even 1 person, someone's still there listening. So that's all good, man. It's all positive. You know? And the thing I'll leave you with is just enjoy this day and how precious our life is. Like, one of my family members' husbands just had a major heart attack because I'm 49. You don't know what's... Tomorrow is never promised. And like I said, I don't take for granted that if one person is giving me their time right now, it's important. You know? And that's all there is to it. So thank you For the million people that have checked out my videos, whether you watched it all or didn't like it and you gave it a thumbs down. If you're interacting with my content in whatever way, positive, negative, thank you to all, because there's only a certain amount of days that I've got left to continue to doing this content and putting it out there, and I enjoy it, and as long as I've got my health, I'm going to keep turning up, man. Yeah, life's precious, man, so love it to your last breath, because none of us escape in the day when we have to take our last breath. There's something for you, eh? That's life, man. So it's a precious gift, and you're all very fortunate to be here. All of us are. We're a one in like how many billion, but I could keep going for ages and ages about that one. Like, all the people have come together for you to be even alive watching this right now is just, it's pretty crazy, man. And that's me as the old man, 49. I swear I'm getting all reflective on that sort of shit. Maybe it's some sort of midlife crisis bloody thing. Who knows? But hey, I'm enjoying it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the old man, reflective, introspective type of like, this is pretty cool, man. And I love it all, man. And I love metal. And I love the community. I love the people who support each other. And if you got negativity, hey, send that my way too, because you've got yin and yang in life. And I'll leave you that, Hybiter, and anyone else who's watching, that is that you can't have good without bad. There's balance in everything. And I'm here for all of it. Right? So if I'm going to get positive, I have to accept negative's going to come as well. It has to. There is no positive without a negative. There's two energies. It has to happen. There is no escaping that. And I'm here for all of it. You know? And I will call out bullshit when people want to talk shit and bullshit, and I've got history with them and they want to use the internet to try and bring me down, and not happy with the way the channel's done and lie and do all of that sort of stuff. I'm happy to call it out, man. You know? And I'm happy for them to keep coming, because they're also feeding into this energy as well. It's all, as they say, all publicity is good publicity, and I'm here for all of it, man. I'm here for the good and the bad. And how blessed I am to have a roof over my head, to have food in the fridge right now. There's real stuff happening to people in the world right now who are being displaced. There's some crazy stuff that happens, and I'm very comfortable. And if someone, like I said, wants to leave some comments, that's nothing, man. You know, obviously you can get fired up from it a bit sometimes, but that's being human. It's all good, man. I'm not like, yeah, and even they're like saying unblock this person and let them just run roughshod all over my channel and say whatever they want. That's not going to happen, like, because they're bringing up lies and stuff and they're going too far. So, yeah, maybe I should let them on there and just let people call them out. I don't know. But I think if it's just constant attack, then I don't know. We'll examine that moving forward with all of this, but it's totally fine, eh? Because they're also blocking me from their channel. When they make videos about me, I can't comment and even defend myself. But then they're saying, unblock me and let me just go ham and say whatever I want all over your videos and talk crap about me. But then when they make videos about me, I'm not allowed to respond to it. They block all my... So come on. I'll leave it at that with that whole thing, that saga right there. And I'm moving on from that one. But I think, that's the balance, isn't it? You can't silence me and then expect to have a voice. Let me have a voice and you can have a voice. I'll leave it at that with this person that continually wants to say what they say, do what they do, and make videos about me. That you've silenced me. You've also silenced people that I know and friends that would defend me. I've got people who care about me that would defend me, and you've silenced them. So you can't have it like that. You can't be. So it's like hitting someone and then saying you're not allowed to be hit. Like, bro. And it's not. They'll be like, oh, he's whining about it. He's whinging, man. Fair's fair. Like, if you want to be able to give it, take it as well. But you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, give me the microphone, but you're not allowed to have a microphone. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah. And it's all good. And who knows, tomorrow or in the future, it might annoy the crap out of me and I'll say something about it. I really don't care. I'll say it and I'll leave it at that. It's totally fine, man. But it's small fry. It is small. It is so inconsequential. What is it? There's no consequence. Inconsequential, I think the word would be, if I've got that right. It's and the real is you guys who support this stuff. That is the real. And I've had people who were part of the community 2 years ago when I started. They're not showing up anymore, but that's okay because they're doing their own thing. Their life doesn't revolve around me. I'm blessed that anyone shows up, And some people are going through their own stuff too. Maybe they're not playing guitar. Like, it's one thing I've noticed from this is what works do you do? I work in the building industry. So, yeah, I don't make enough money off this to survive. Like, YouTube doesn't pay you anything. Patreon is a good support. My Patreon members look after me way more than YouTube does. But YouTube was a tool to get, for people to see what I'm doing and then offer people something, and then they can decide as a grown adult whether or not they find value in what I'm providing. So, but yeah, I work in the building industry. That's what keeps the bills paid. Not a trade. I just work in the supply chain of it. So I work for a building supply company. So I help get your orders ready. So if you're I was a tradesman spray painter. I used to work on cars, but I had to leave that because of a skin condition. But then, now it's just the supply chain and the aluminium. So all your doors and windows, aluminium supplies. Yeah, pretty much that. I just get products ready for people doing their work in a factory, getting all these building supplies, 6.5 meter lengths of aluminium. So, yeah, it's good. I like it. It takes me. I live not too far away from it takes my 7 minutes to get to work in the morning. I'm beyond lucky, eh? Yeah, all right. I live by myself, mate. If you're talking about a family I live with or the rest of my family, yeah, they're good. They're alive. I'm happy being by myself. It's a beautiful thing. I enjoy, I enjoy having a house to myself. It's beautiful. Nah, no one lives. I'm by myself, brother, and I love it. I love my solitude. Some people can't handle it, but once again, each to their own, brother. Live your life on your terms. How you want to live it, you know? Yeah, and I'm not going to get going and rant on any of that stuff, but once again, walk your path, live your life how you want to live. I'm very happy where I am. I can tell you that much. I'm just happy if it's. I got a long weekend. We got 3 days off in Australia. It's beautiful. Got this house to myself. I've got this awesome amp room set up. I'm gotta go have some breakfast. Got some Scotch fillet steak, if you know about Australian beef. I got some awesome steaks. I think I got about six steaks in the fridge right now. Get some fries happening with that. Garlic butter, steaks and garlic butter, that's what's on for today. Yeah, I love it. Stocked up. My fridge is so stocked up, it's awesome. But yeah, I'm going to play some riffs. I'll create some content for my Patreon members. Some more, got a little scale idea, like a little coordination idea. Getting it, you only got 4 fingers, so it's just exercises to get your 4 fingers moving. So yeah. But my other family, they're like far away from me. It's winter right now. It is currently. It's cold right now. What is it now? 8 degrees right now, where I am. About 40 something. Yeah, it's winter in Australia. It's cold as. It was 3 degrees yesterday at work. But that's nice. 3 degrees is okay. It's not like minus, like frostbite style. But yeah, it's good. I love it. I love it in Australia, man. We can complain. Things are going a little bit rough for some things, but hey, day by day. The future's not promised to me, so I don't need to worry about it. And wherever life takes me, like I said, this is all temporary to the final curtain closes. It's I swear, people live like they're going to be. People worry and are concerned about things like they're going to be alive for 1,000,000 years. And I swear the sooner you have that realization that this existence is temporary, and that we're very lucky for every single day that we get, it'll snap you out of a lot of crap, I can tell you. This is temporary. Like I said, I don't care about like if this channel people stop turning up and I don't get lots of views and all that sort of stuff. Like, this channel will come to an end because I will come to an end. That's life. But I'm leaving a piece of me in video form, in a digital form. It's, once I'm gone, there is going to be, that's if this platform still keeps going. But I've got all of this saved on hard drives, every video that I make, so who knows? There'll be some like people will chop it up and be like, look what people were doing in 2025. How the world was. Who knows what's gonna be happen in the future. And I'd love to see it, but if every human that was ever been alive was here to see it, this would be chaos. You imagine, like, we've already got 9 billion. You imagine, like, every human that's ever existed still being alive, and how many billions of people, and how you wouldn't have any resources. That would just be crazy. So I'm here for it. I'm here for my turn to experience this thing we call life, and then I just exit and let the new people coming through. And I hope there is a world for them to inhabit, and we can learn just to chill out a bit and let people live and let live. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm here for it every day. As long health willing, eh? Because yeah, as you get older, and even when you're younger, but there's young people now who are in hospital. But yeah, it's very much reflective time in my life at the moment. The fact that it's cold now, I'm enjoying the cold. It's almost like, how many times am I going to experience this season? You know, I'm here for the severe, that cold in the morning when it's 3 degrees and it's freezing and your ears are cold, like you're experiencing the world. And it's the seasons change, like the trees will be around for hundreds of years if someone doesn't chop them down, but how many more seasons am I going to experience? How many more summers and springs? I'm 49 years old, mate. Getting close to 50. And no, I don't colour my hair. So yeah, 49, mate. And it goes fast, I can tell you that. It goes too fast. And could have I done things better in life? 100%. All I could say, if you're young now, stop caring, about all the bull crap and live your life and go after things. Have a go. Step outside your comfort and look after yourself. Look after your physical health. Stop being trapped by all these substances that people rely on, you know. Just to cope with their existence, people need a substance. It's your life will burns the candle faster when it's already burning fast enough. But yeah, it's all a beautiful thing, man. And I'm here for all of it. So hey, I'll leave it at that, fellas. Have a great day. And who knows? I think I'll leave this one up. Yeah. I feel like I'm 49, don't worry, the joints. It catches up with you, mate. All the broken bones I've had. You feel it, but hey, it's all good, man. I'm here for all of it. And I'm glad I got some type of health that I can smash it out and still have a bit of a go, but it's good. It's a beautiful thing. So, hey, take care of yourselves. Go do something. Go get something nice to eat. Light up some riffs. Listen to some music. Yeah, get after it, fellas, and have a great one. I'll see yous whenever I see yous again.